my bones, a spark to lead us through the shadows. Can I fight the way before me? It's coursing through my soul, a road to guide us through the sorrow. Can I calm this storm inside me? I feel it in my bones, a spark to lead us through the shadows. Can I fight the way before me? It's coursing through my soul, a road to guide us through the sorrow. Can I calm this storm inside me? This storm inside me.
The lies I tell myself help push it away, and I'm chasing whispers before they all just fade. So how can I leave it all behind when I refuse to watch it fall to dust? I will find a this porcelain mirage may start to break. Each piece a reminder, every single little mistake. So how can I leave it all behind when I refuse to watch it fall to dust? Tell me why it won't ever be the same. I'll burn it all, no matter who's to blame. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. And every time I close my eyes, a little less of you remains. I know you're slipping further from me now. Am I too far away? Tell me why I won't ever feel the same. I'll try everything until you're back again. I'll find a way back to
Wish I could knock your skull in, but I'm rising above it. Now you're crashing and burning. God knows you didn't earn it. My friend Karma's a bitch. She's got some lessons you learned. You're a snake, I can see it in your face.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, that's lads and chads. Welcome to week 1 of Gladiator. I am T.I. Romeo, and with me is Stefu.
Yo! How you holding up, fam?
It's going pretty good. I'm still hyped after Conqueror Finals
Whatever that
week
was.
ago.
Conquerors League Finals was a trip.
Oh my god, but now we got a new fall split. Tonight we got the OMT Bing Chillers against Clout9. So, I got a question for you. Do you have any prediction between these two teams?
Dude,
obviously, yeah, go ahead.
I was looking like at the OPGGO from them, and they have a very diversified pool of champions. I'm seeing a lot of Sivir on the ADCs. I'm seeing a lot of Orns, which I'm not really keen on, as you already know. Clipping Scrubs, which is the support, is apparently Morgana main with Lux and Swain in its recent matches. But when it comes to like real things that they play, Gangplank on the top side with Outrage. Arishan is using mainly Ezreal, but it has had a lot of success with characters like Jean, Jinx, and Kai'Sa, with the highest win rate having been Saya. But let's just say real quick, because we're seeing BCS is actually picking the Swain for starters, and Clout9, which is a name that absolutely cracks me up because it's really, really good.
And they have a SpongeBob logo, I believe, within like
with an iPod, with an iPod. What is it? What's he listening to in that picture?
I wish I did reach out to both these teams. Was hoping they would give me a response to a couple questions, but unfortunately, Clout9 couldn't. So you got to think. I mean, man.
Yeah.
What do you think he's just listening to the World's 2022 theme?
Yeah. Let me tell you something really quick, and this is to stir up controversy.
Oh,
the song sounds better on the version that Lil Nas punched out rather than the one in the video. Like, the video is definitely 0.25 speed slower, 100%.
I just think it doesn't fit the video at all. But
yeah, it's really good. Like, it's a really good song, but the video that they made around the song doesn't work at all. I think Ignite was one that had like the best sound engineering, like for the best animations, mainly because Seth is I think Seth was a little bit more involved in everything. But right now, let's go back to the game. So for starters, VCS started banning Viego, Caitlyn, and Karma. They're hitting the bot lane pretty hard, while C9 was actually banning Hecarim, Darius, and Morgana. They didn't want any snowballers, or rather some characters that pick up. We saw the Swain first pick, which is really good because it's a flex pick that can go ADC, support, or even can go mid lane, which is a really good pick in general. We're seeing Aatrox and Amumu on the other side. Aatrox being an amazing good pick in the top lane. Really safe, really aggressive. Works in many levels. And Amumu, another flex pick that can go jungle and support.
Is that an Ivern Rengar combo there?
No,
probably.
Dude, my heart cannot handle this crap.
It's not Ivern Rengar bot, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure that's Rengar jungle. Ivern support?
No, I think.
Or is it Ivern mid? Seraphine Swain bot and support.
There's okay. It could be Kled mid. Especially, it could be Kled mid, Rengar top, and Seraphine Swain in the bot lane.
Oh man. Oh,
it can be. Like, you know that I have a soft spot for Rengar, okay? So, okay, but we're seeing really quick, C9 last bans were Talia and Macaulay. Really good snowballing mid laners / a jungler in the case of Talia. But we are also seeing the Kiana / six ban. Six is a really snowbally kind of champion that can do the pseudo roams. Remember what we talked about in the finals of the Conquerors League? So yeah, right now we're in the Gladiators League, which is I think it's going to be a little bit more interesting because there's going to be more room for popping off and more rooms for mistakes. and those are always amazing to
And
look at.
also, only 10 teams compete in this split, I believe. I'm right about that?
Yeah.
5 in each group? Actually,
No, it's
I'm
not-
competing. This is my
no,
only cast
it's-
for this league, so I'm competing in it myself. Just our game got pushed back. So there's
Okay.
a lot of room, not a lot of space in the playoffs though. So every game really, really counts this fall split.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool, dude. Okay, so I think we can go already to the game. Yes, we are live into the game, and let's get started. So, who do you think won draft?
Oh, it's so we got the Ivern mid here, Swain ADC.
Oh my
One
God.
thing I should mention is I got statements from both teams before the game, and one thing that Flyer, the coach of Big Chiller, said is that if they don't ban Swain, he's confident that Hyvar is confident that he will smash lane. And Hyvar's on the Swain. They have surfing. Clearly, they've been practicing some of the LS with Rengar Ivern, man.
Okay.
So, and then if you look on the other side, there's a very almost like Worlds eccentric build. You got the Aatrox, you got the MF, you got the Amumu. Silas and Graves have both been coming up quite a bit. So it's almost very meta versus off meta.
Yeah, I love
find
how
this
there's
match.
zero indication that Vulgai would go this Rengar pick. Because in recent games, he only has like 43% with the character, which is not indicative on the skill level of any player, just to clarify that. But it's a little bit funny to see how they're going for these combo-heavy picks that are really dependent on the performance of a specific character. Ivern mid is something that could go really south really easily, but it can, it can go out in a really good way. I don't know. It's so hard to see.
I think if they in any team fight, if they're able to avoid a strong Curse the Sad Mummy, I'm pretty sure with their team composition, they should win any team fight, and they definitely have the late game. Big Chillers have the late game if they can get there, as long as Volkai and Sukiyo can keep the game going. And like really with Ivern and Rengar, it just creates so much more like room for Rengar to be able to pull off quick executes. So I think if it goes well and Sukiyo is able to successfully lane against Silas and not let Silas get ahead, it looks really good for Big Chillers here.
There's a lot of hard engage on them with the Cloud. We actually saw it on the Conquerors League last week. It can do a lot of damage, and it can be a very important tool for engages against the enemy team. Ooh, nice E from on the part of Wupong.
And here comes Graves coming in. He's going to dash right into Sukiyo, and Sukiyo having to flash out there. Big trade on the side of Clout9 there, and it looks like Napwan's gonna go in with the Aatrox, almost able to take out Skarner on Cled. A lot of early engagement, which I think is really good for Clout9. It's something their composition does excel at, especially burst engages when it comes to the bot lane with a mini MF.
Absolutely. What I like, I'm seeing this Rengar is having a hard time on the clear, looking really, how do you say this? Unhealthy.
Yeah.
But right now, maybe he's going to look into a game for the bot lane. Napquan is actually going to go back, and now they are in a really good position, the bot lane on C9, because they have a war on the Trivish, but there's actually we're seeing a small invade from the Rengar. He's going for the Grom.
Do you think Rengar turns it around and tries to hit a gank on Misfortune Amumu, considering how far extended they are?
It could totally work. They have absolutely no clue from the river side. They're pushed in. There is a chance. What actually you could say concerns me about that gank in the bot lane.
Tyla is gonna try to engage here to give Graves a chance to come in. The stun wasn't landed, unfortunately, and it means Suzuki is gonna be able to get out pretty well scot-free.
Yeah, the ring was really not healthy for that fight. So he definitely didn't go.
Oh.
Now the Graves is looking
Skarner
at the...
bear trap on a rope, but the chain's gonna pull him back here. He loses Skarner. He's still committing to this fight. That one kind of retreating here, and if he can get Skarner back, I think I tried to actually look good for Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Actually, Kool-Aid did really good. Scarl coming back any second now. Okay, finally here.
And he's got a
This
level
could be a
advantage.
dive potential.
He's
Okay.
going for the dive, and he's gonna pick up first blood under tower. Skarner gets dropped out, but it's gonna stop the tower aggro, and that's first blood on the set of Bing Chillers. A really nice tower dive from Kool-Aid Chugger, but Graves here gonna try to clean things up. Maybe a little bit of an overstay from Kool-Aid. And a TP gonna come back, and Graves ultimately just gonna be able to pick up the kill easily with his shotgun. And it's
in these places like pro guides and mobile lytics and stuff like that. You know, that they usually
pro
release
guides.
videos and stuff.
Oh
They have always said that going for basic attacks before level 6 to the tower is really not recommended because you're open for ganks. Usually, if you're pushing tower, the enemy top laner may TP in, or the jungler will be close to you. So it's always recommended that you try not to get those early plates, because in the same way that they say that it's better for you if you don't hit the plates when you are 2 people in the bot lane. Like, the support should go back, look for shadow the ADC while it's pushing the plates, because the plates get extra resistances when they're hit by multiple enemy players.
I can kind of understand the theory behind that, but also, I mean, if you know their TP's not up, or you have if you don't really have the goal to cheat them back, it's not always the worst thing to stay as long as you have proper vision set up.
Absolutely.
Obviously, Kool-Aid was a little bit overextended with his health, and he had just picked up a kill. I don't think cheating the back there is ever going to be a bad idea, but he wanted the plate. He did get the plate. He did get the plate at least. And Vulgai bot here. I think they're going to be able to pick off the Amumu. A nice flash away from Rin. We were able to pick up the last seconds of that fight. The bandage toss able to help MF get out, and then ultimately only burning the flash on Amumu. So not all that bad, all things considered.
Absolutely.
And Graves is going to pick up the Scuttle. So, I mean, flash for Scuttle. It's a couple seasons ago. It was the trade everyone was making.
Something that I really find pretty interesting about this match in general is the fact that Sylas has actually many really good ults to steal.
And bear trap on a rope. We're going to get another tower dive here. And just the tankiness of Kled, able to make those small engages and then lose tower aggro once Skarner is picked down. And he's Kool-Aid Chugger making really good utilization of that.
Right now, he's in a really good position for a really strong dive. We're seeing the small presence of Rengar just trying to sneak around to go into that. The Sylas has no idea.
Meanwhile, there's Vulgai hopping out a little bit premature. Didn't have the sorry, I'm drawing the blank. The passive of Rengar there.
Yeah.
That allows
The
the
Unseen Predator.
There we go. Unseen Predator, which allows the Bowler Strike to become a stun. Didn't have it up yet, and also giving up, kind of giving up Dragon to make that play there. Ocean
They
Drake,
didn't
in
know.
my opinion.
There was absolutely no way they knew that Graves was there. As you said before,
Well,
he got
you
the Scuttler.
Rin's not in lane. He has to be somewhere. So either you're assuming Rin is coming mid or Rin's on Dragon with Graves.
Now, here's the thing. We're 8 minutes in. Rengar is 0-0-0 in a composition where Rengar is essentially the main guy because mid lane is a resource that is being placed on Rengar.
Yes.
That could be it could go very bad for them.
Oh, a bandage toss onto Clipping Scrubs here, but just a small little poke there. Yeah, with that being said, on one hand, yes. However, Rengar can go like up. I'd say even up until level 11, where he's still even being behind. It's not that bad as long as he's trying to farm decently. But you're against Graves. Graves is going to farm, especially with that extra kill early, picking it up. And Graves will be a lot more impactful than Rengar late into the game, unless Rengar can get a lot of sneaky engages. The other thing is, in fairness to Bing Chillers and Vulgai, their team's not that squishy at all. The squishiest person on their team is Misfortune, and unless Rengar is able to get onto that Misfortune in team fights, is he going to be able to assassinate anyone? Because you're going to be looking to assassinate Misfortune or Graves. He's got another tower dive here, a flash from Kool-Aid Chugger. He's going to get the kill, but Graves there to clean up again. Graves is going to go 2-0, and Kool-Aid Chugger is going to go 2-2. He has a massive advantage in top lane right now.
And a Kled with advantage is a scary Kled, don't get me wrong. We're seeing the engage in the bot
Engage
lane.
on Rengar, a good flash.
Ooh, really nice E.
Encore use, the charm's gonna go off, and Hyvar going to pick up the kill. Amumu trying to salvage it, but he's gonna take another stun. Also, Ivern came down for that. They're not able to pick up Amumu just yet. They're looking for a tower dive. Amumu staying behind the turret. I don't know if that's the best decision for him, but they're not gonna commit to it. So Amumu there to pick up some of the XP. Just like well played by them. Misfortune lost her flash and didn't elect to use the heal there. They are down the ignite from that play. Swain picks up the kill, gonna put him a little bit ahead in the bot lane now. What do you think that means for Clout9 having 2 losing lanes but a winning jungle?
If it was any other jungler, I would say it was in a really bad position. But this is Graves we're talking about. The character that with 2 buttons can flat out delete you from this point of reality. And considering, like, it's really hard for them because Graves, the only character that Graves may lose to is actually going to be Kled. Because Kled is able to really stick to them and do a lot of damage and just be an overall annoyance.
That being said, Graves does have the dash to get out of the bear trap on a rope, which is a major part of Kled's kit.
Yeah, but what's going to keep you away from the ultimate?
The first hit, not much. The second hit, you have Silas, you have Amumu. And we're going to get an engagement mid here. A bandit shot is going to miss, and I think Suki was able to just walk down. The second bandit shot hit not going to be quick enough. Bull Guy's still going in, going to dive onto the Rin. Going for the greedy player, a flash, going to pick up the kill, and going to die in the process. No! He's going to get out from the speed up. Graves misses the collateral damage, and they're going to turn this around. Hyvar coming in, he's going to ascend, and picking off Graves, and it looks like Silas having to flash away. Almost got picked off there himself.
That was an amazing rotation from Hyvar and Clipping Scrubs that I wouldn't have wanted any other way. Rengar's movement was actually pretty clean too. He went away from the wave, so he didn't had any crit block, which is something that always affects Rengar, I think, the most, because Rengar's hitbox is actually deceptively big. He's really, really chunky. So the fact that he was able to walk really, really well, and he also threw all his trust on Ivern, on Sukiyo, and it worked fantastic, and it paid in spades. He was able to stay alive. He was able to get 1 kill and a couple of assists. Kled came down, 2nd kill, and bot lane is in a they're riding comfortably at this very moment. If they start getting a little bit of objectives, they will be golden. But right now they're in a really, really good position.
I would agree with that, but we got Dragon up in 10 seconds. It's going to be Clout9 who has priority onto the Dragon. They're looking to make a play on Sukiyo here. The chain's going to land, and Sukiyo trying to run up there. He's going to use Daisy, but Graves is on him. They're going to take out Daisy and use that Rift Herald on the middle turret and probably secure Dragon with that. A tower dive going to come top, and Aatrox looking like the prey. Kool-Aid Chugger picking up a 3rd kill on the Napkin one.
Kool-Aid Chugger doesn't believe on anyone at this very moment, and as we said before, a fed Kled is a scary Kled.
And he's pulling no punches. He is playing extremely aggressively, and it's been working out for him, at least in the sense of winning lane. And of course, behind Aatrox, let's be real, one of the most useless things you could have under.
You don't want, like, in the same way that you don't want a Rengar that is behind, you also don't want an Aatrox that's behind. That's like that's like life advice over in this situation. And right now, 4 people in the Drake, there's no way that they will be able to contest it.
Hextech Drake is going to go to the side of Bing Chiller. Silas looking like he wanted to do something a little bit cheeky there, but he's going to back off. Like, a relatively smart decision. And we're just back to the laning phase. 3k gold up on the side of Bing Chillers, which is really nice this early into the game. Rin trying to make a play onto Hyvar, but Hyvar able to ascend, and he's just so tanky.
He's soaking that HP mill.
They're trying to get out of his ultimate, but if they can't do it here, Misfortune's going to be rooted, and Encore, Rin has to drop her. Clipping Scrubs picking up a kill onto Seraphine there, and they're just going to decide, do they want to give it to Bull Guy, do they want to give it to Hyvar? They're going to give it to the Rengar, and man, just being able to ascend and turn that around so
That
easily.
Swain. That Swain just wanted cake, dude.
Oh, but
they're
going to trap. The bear trap on the rope is now onto Kled, and Graves and Aatrox running him down. He's trying to get away. He tried to flash away onto the Skarner, but it does not matter. The shotgun in your face is going to kill you one way or another. A 150 gold shutdown going to Graves.
Yeah, the rope trap on a bear is really, really good Q. And he can definitely deny a little bit of... And before anyone on chat starts saying, yes, I know exactly what I said. I'm trying to trip Romeo. That's how I'm doing that.
This is my second time play-by-playing, and last time I had to call a base race in round 5 of the finals, okay?
Yeah.
Give me some
It was
credit
really
here, man.
good. I was really... It was a really fun final. But right now, okay, so Kled is just reviving in the fountain. And it's more than likely that he was going to go stop straight away, and he was to put a lot of pressure in the top side. But there's also the coming of the Rift Herald that I think it's going to spawn any second now.
And an aggressive play coming from C9. The chain's going to miss the Rengar, and his team's here to back him up. It's looking like they might have to pull out. Swain hijacking the Ascension, and it looks like Kled's caught a bit out of position here, but his whole team's here. The Ascension onto Swain. Can he stay on his target? He's going to leave. That ultimate's going to end really quickly, which is not good for a team fight here.
Dude, that Kled is not out of position. He is the position.
Look, and he's going to charge in. Going once again after Aatrox. Trying to get him on the bear trap on the rope. Not going to stay. Daisy goes down in that play.
That's what I'm saying. He's not out of position. He is the position. Okay, so we're seeing again. So right now, you would think that C9 is in a really good position to actually fight this.
Not really.
But Rengar has a lot of brushes. So,
and Swain has not ascended yet. And Swain ascending, you don't win that fight, man. Not unless you have a pick.
Even though Silas also has the ascended, they have a lot of tools to keep Silas away from them. Like, they have really good disengage
tools. Silas already used the ascended. And it went out. Yeah, when the Kled engagement.
Okay. Really? That was like, if that flash landed, I don't think they would have gotten the misfortune. Mainly because Seraphine was out in the river.
Yeah.
So that was like a slide. It was a ballsy move, but I don't think it would have given a lot of...
And we got another engagement bought between Silas and the Fed Kled, but it's looking like Silas getting the upper hand. They're going to concede mid-turret here. But,
remember that Kled
chasing down Silas.
Kled has 3 health bars.
And Silas stole the charge, try to disengage here. He's going to get away from the bear trap on the rope, but Kool-Aid sticking to him like Elmer glue, man. Yeah. Rin trying to come down for the fight, but Hyvar going to catch him out here, forcing him to retreat back away from Silas. He was looking to do the tower dive there, ultimately no minions, and the back timer ending there. Dragon up in a minute. It's going to be Inferno Soul this game, which is a really big soul
for everyone on the team. For everyone on the team, for anyone on Big Chillers is really important. VCS definitely has it on the bag when it comes to this. But what I was saying before is, remember that Kled has at least like 3 health bars. You have the full scar.
Oh, wait a minute. Bull Guy diving onto Misfortune here. The bandage shot's gonna prevent him, and missing the chains.
Whoa.
Oh, Curse of a Sad Mummy. We're really going deep. Flash Curse, and Bull Guy gonna go down. Shutdown going to the Misfortune. Wow.
We saw an Amomold right there, so maybe it wasn't like the best idea.
It got Misfortune the shutdown. It's gonna secure them Drake. I think that Amumu ult was really just to counteract the missing of the chains on Silas. We just tried to charge in from Skarner, and there's gonna be a fight here. Encore used from Silas. The Ascension, bullet time going off, taking down Seraphine, and Hyvar's gonna take down Graves. Rin gonna go down next to the Ascended Silas, and he is going to walk through their entire team.
Dude,
Kool-Aid Chugger taking down Aatrox. Kled taking down Misfortune. Other way around, my bad.
Okay, no. You need to go back. Okay, I want you to look at the Swain's items.
He's got the tabbies, he's got the frozen heart, and he's slowing them down to a snail's pace.
Dude, this guy is essentially a block of moving bricks.
A block that does way more damage than he has any right to.
Yeah,
with that
yeah,
build.
like the moment that he has a Leandris, it really seems like it's going to be game over. He's
or
hitting
Demonics,
like crazy.
or Demonics Embrace.
Or Demonics Embrace. I think... wait, yes, I think he should go... I think Leandris he's in a really good position right now.
Oh, he is.
400 gold on top of him as a bounty. I'm pretty sure he could definitely get away from that. Now, the MVPs right now in this very moment are definitely Kool-Aid and Hyvar. They are playing really, really well. There's a lot of pressure from the Rengar that
he's gonna hop in there from the invisibility, take out half of Misfortune's health bar in one quick hit with the Thrill of the Hunt. That being said, speaking of Swain, his KDA is looking like the Overwatch 2 servers. Okay. 404 error. Come on, guys. Come on. That was kind of fun. Okay. This is. I'm going to Conquer. They laugh at me in Conquer. I think that's funny, guys.
You're funny, dude. You can,
no.
You can definitely throw some...
No. I get it. Anyways, going back, Baron is up. We're gonna skip past that. We're near sight of the Swain. And a charge in from Kled.
It was good. I promise.
Gonna use World Ender to try to escape, but Kled is just too fast, taking down Aatrox for the 5th time this match. A pentakill just on Aatrox alone, baby.
Yeah, dude. We're seeing the clay is just really far ahead. The Black Claver is going to be amazing for the rest of the team, and another thing that is really important is the fact that we're seeing that's an Aegis, right? The one that Swain is having there. Don't tell me he's going to build
is he building Sunfire? Is he building Sunfire Aegis?
Yeah, he's definitely going for that. Okay, these guys just go. Remember when I said that he was a block of bricks, just ready to annoy the crap out of everyone?
Oh, yeah, Sunfire's gonna make it a little bit worse.
Yeah. That thing, fire and ice on one champion. That's not going to be fun at all.
And Woolguy gonna look for the pick on Rin here, and he's just chunking him down. Cursing Sad Mummy's not gonna save you today. And Hyvar going in, he's going to ascend. You can't kill that. Woolguy picking off Amumu, and they're gonna tower dive it with the health bar of Hyvar. Woolguy picking up another kill, and he's just taking that for years.
How are you supposed to deal with that?
Woolguy, a third pick, he's gonna die to... No, he's not gonna die to the tower shot. And Hyvar getting the last pick onto Napkin One, and in the bot lane, once again, that Fed Kled just running in to silence. This is the unstoppable force, man.
Dude, they were able to so comfortably dive the crap out of them in tier 2 top. They are in a very comfortable position at this very moment. Rengar getting a triple kill. Any kind of assist money that could be given to Swain works wonders for them. And the fact that he's getting some fire Aegis, it's going to be 100 times more annoying.
Yeah, let's be real. This match is a 10k deficit. It is. They have 6 towers, the entire map controlled, only defensive warding on the side of Clout9. Round 1 is relatively, like, if we see Clout9 come back for this, I may go into an anaphylactic shock.
Let's not go all the way, because we saw very 2 outstanding comebacks in last week's Conquerors League. So we're not going to throw anything.
Not Gladiator, my friend.
No. We're going to leave it like that because we want to be surprised, okay?
Well, right now, the only surprise that's about to happen is Clout9 when they see Baron get taken by the Bing Chillers. And I'd say the Bing Chillers are living up to their name. They are chilling. Hyvar going to ascend, able to catch off everyone because of the Kled charge, the movement speed, forcing the Misfortune Flash, but she is too slow to get away from Kled and Swain, and they're gonna walk up. Oh, but the Ascension finally over for the first time this team fight, but it does not matter. They're gonna root the Aatrox, force the team to fall back, and now they have the choice. Do they want Baron? Do they want Inferno Dragon? No matter what, do they want both? Honestly, I think they can take both if they really choose to. They're gonna elect to go for the Baron here. and probably fall back to the Inferno Dragon once they take it. The one thing is, the only consistent damage they do have in teamfights is really just the spam hops from Rengar and then the Swain.
Yeah.
So taking Baron is obnoxiously slow.
But it's hyper consistent, you see? It's like they definitely have practiced that.
And oh my god, the bear jump on the rope, taking out Silas. I thought he was gonna get away there, but they're able to take down the Skarner. Kool-Aid Jug in the middle of 4 of them. He's gonna go down. A shutdown onto Graves, and they're gonna go for Hyvar. Hyvar doesn't have Ascendant up. If this is the team fight to win, you have to do it now.
Not too late. The Rengar is right there. Another Ascension.
And they're just gonna have to run away. Rin getting caught out by the Vision of Empire, able to avoid it with a sidestep, and they're just gonna have to walk down to Dragon here. But Jayapoon going in too soon is gonna get trapped. But Aatrox knocking up Rengar, saving the life of his Graves, of his only carry left standing. But it doesn't matter. Jumping from halfway from lane to the red side and taking out the Graves. And they can't fight without Graves.
That was a really ballsy engage. Not gonna lie about that. Like that Graves wanted so badly to do something, but there wasn't a way. Ivan was right there. Swain was right there. Like, I don't think there was any way possible for him to respond to that fight.
There's 2 problems with what just happened. One, Ascension was down. I understand. You need to make a play. They have Baron, Inferno Drake's up, and you need to make your last stand somewhere. Graves committed to it. His team did not. Should the full team commit there? It still doesn't look good in their favor, but it looks a lot better than that. I feel like if your most fed players gonna say, "Hey, I'm engaging here," you have to follow it. You don't have a choice. You can't have half of you farming the lane, half of you or just Graves going in.
Yeah, that was a huge problem. Rengar is actually really well built. He went from the full damage / a little bit of sustain build, which is the shield from the Eclipse and the Empowered Autos from the Essence River. Oh, we're seeing another.
Here we go. Just look at that. What did you even say? It's quicker than I can formulate thoughts. I am just watching these Aatrox get put in the recycling bin and emptied from the hard drive.
Yeah. Remember when I said that this was Gladiator League, so there were a lot of more moments for popping off, more moments for mistakes, and more moments for flat-out steamrolls? Well, that was one of them.
If this is Gladiator League, I got one question. It's been bloody, so are you not entertained? And they're gonna root the Graves and just one-shot him. Just a single little bit of being one step out of position, and it just gets deleted. But Volgai almost going down. The bullet time got stopped, but Misfortune able to shut down Rengar, but that's going to be all she wrote here. They're charging it, and the charge and Ascension just work so well together on the side of Kled and Swain. And look at him, he's just sitting under tower, tanking it, Bing chilling under tower, if you will. Almost able to take off the silence, but the healing, able to stand it a little bit longer. They didn't have the kill get there, but they're just going to end the game with their Baron minions. One tower goes down. What can Aatrox and Silas do to keep this game alive? Graves and Amumu up in 7 seconds. It might take another push. They're down to 1 tower. That tower is going to fall. They're going to go. Aatrox using World Ender, trying to make a last stand. Silas going in on Kool-Aid Jugger, but Kool-Aid gets Skarner back up. Going to go onto the Silas. Silas keeping the Skarner down. Kool-Aid Jugger taking out Silas. Graves and Misfortune taking out Kled. It's a 4v4 left in this fight.
No.
1 tower left.
3v4.
Oh, 3v4, my bad. Another inhibitor goes down.
They can still push it out. Like, there's...
They are fighting for their life. The Ascension goes off. Can they get out of the Ascension? They're a little bit too slow. They're electing to fight in the Ascension, and that's a huge mistake. Hyvar takes down Graves. Hyvar takes down Misfortune, and that is going to spell the end of Game 1. Rin trying to keep the KDA alive. Not going to happen. And for the first time, we get to see Aatrox make it out with his life. Maybe? Yes.
Yeah.
He's not going to get the lead. I am wrong. Blue guy diving in for shits and gigs, and the Bing Chillers are going up Game 1 in the first stream series of Gladiator.
Dude, this thing was absolutely insane. Okay, so let's just break it down a little bit. So right from the get-go, Kool-Aid Chugger was definitely a beast on the match. He was able to do amazing engages. He was able to dominate every single side lane. Overall, really amazing performance on his side. Qgon did really well on the Cloud9 side, but Cupon. But the problem with him was that he wasn't able to relegate there was a moment where he was ahead, and he couldn't really translate that lead towards the rest of the team. And such a snowball heavy team in the side of Bing Chillers, dude, it was really hard. I'm really scared of that Swain due to how tanky and how much damage he did. Like if you could see this, he did 20,000 damage. He did more damage than the entirety of C9.
And I think that begs the question. Now, I think it's safe to say Swain's definitely getting the respect band here. But also, one thing you have to notice with the Bing Chillers, and at least with this composition in particular, how well they know the damage their champions are able to put out and how long they're able to stay in fights. It felt like even when I thought there was an overcommitted commission on the side of Rengar, like they just knew their damage so perfectly on when to engage
and their sustain and their survivability. Like they had a really good idea. Like they definitely practiced this. Okay, like I'm some people would say like yeah that makes sense that they already practiced that, but it was like a really cool pocket pick. Okay, like not everyone can pull out that combo really easily, and I really like how they handled it.
Yeah, it was really well played on the side of Bing Chillers, but I think it is almost time for us to go into draft number 2.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's just see.
But while we're up, I'm gonna read some of the chat because I looked over at chat when I made the comment, and I want to say I appreciate Flyer for saying he laughed. Okay, Flyer, thank you very much. My old coach saying he laughed, and also, yes, yeah, I probably should have known it's your build, so it's not Sunfire, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm glad you laughed. Okay, and also. Brother Romeo, you have junglers to practice, not lame jokes. Okay, I'm going back to Conqueror. Goodbye, guys. Conqueror doesn't treat me like this, guys. But
really amazing.
But I think that was a quality game 1. I gotta say, Hyvar said exactly. You leave Swain up, he's gonna knock it down. I expect the Swain ban. Honestly, I expect at least an Ivern or Rengar ban, and probably I almost wonder if the 3 bans go to respect ban. You take out the Kled, you take out either Rengar or Ivern, probably Rengar.
They need to take like these people are in a really good. They're synchronized. Okay, they are in sync. So right now, what they need to do is to actually look for a way out. They need to find a way to break them, or either they themselves find a way to actually get the leads from certain places. Like definitely, top was a weaker link. ADC was a weaker link, and in the case of support, but there's a really good chance in support, mid lane, and jungle to make things right. At least if we just take into consideration this first game, but don't go anywhere. We will be back with game 2 pretty soon.
Welcome to the world, no heroes and villains. Welcome to the war, we've only begun. So pick up your weapon and face it. There's blood on the ground, go and take it. You get one shot to make it out alive. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your bones, go and take it. This is your moment, now is your time. So prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Welcome to the climb up, reach for the summit. Visions brave and one false step lead the end. So higher and higher you chase it. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. This is your moment. Take to the skies, go. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. It is you fight among the dead beneath the dirt. Or do you know yet? Or do you want it? And when the giants call to ask you what you're worth, or do you know yet? We don't die. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Make them remember you. Push through heaven. Rise, rise. They will remember you. Prove yourself and rise, rise. Pick up your weapon and face it. Rise. It's deep in your blood, go and take it. Keep chasing. Rise, rise.
Coming at you live, real, real wild. Here to light it up, set the world on fire. Gonna break rules and hearts in twos, 'cause that's what the baddest do. Never going back, nah, nah, that. Diamonds on drip, 'cause I came to make a splash. Gonna break rules and hearts in twos, 'cause that's what the baddest do.
I'll melt your face off, disappear, I'm your eraser. Aim the cut just like a razor. Murked up in this world, my blazer. I got all the boys on me, I got all the lines on ring. Knocking dead, turning heads, I got all the eyes on me. Pretty face, 걸어 들어와, 유행 선두자. 원하지만 못하잖아, 애가 타잖아. You like whoa, 달리 you도 gold. 난 알지, I know. 준비해, 'cause I like the ball. 멈추지 않아, 말할래. 그게 like a bag, 그거 말고 bye. 믿어봐, 그만큼 크게 어깨 펴고 high. 100% 덤비지 못해, 죽여주잖아. 나는 boss, 간지 with the sauce. 원하면 줄게.
I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모두 날 따라해, 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane.
Coming at you live, real, real wild.
sorry for the bad news, no it makes you sad. Live for a minute, baby, you should pack your bags. Way that I look should be breaking the law. If I don't got it, I take what I want. My circle small like a round of applause. You know that I love the sound of applause. You know I mean everything that I said. When you see me coming, get out of the way. Back in this lane, back and I'm better and ready to stay. I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. 모든 날 따라해 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane. It's crazy.
Sorry, not sorry for being the best. 언제든지 내가 좀 mad. Look at the gold, all on my chest. Look at the gold, call it a flex.
won't you pull up a seat? Everybody got a prize round here to play. Make me an offer, what will it be? Oh, what will it be? Welcome to the playground, follow me. Tell me your nightmares and fantasies. Sink into the wasteland underneath. Stay for the night, I'll sell you a dream. Welcome to the playground. Welcome to the playground.
Welcome back, everyone, to the continuation of the Gladiator League. My name's Steph. I'm here with Romeo, and our amazing producer, Phil, is also already here, ready to bring us into the draft. So, let's get started. So,
Quick question.
Romeo.
Just to start it off, what needs to change for Clout9 to beat Bing Chillers' game?
Cloud9 right now really needs to, if someone is ahead, to relegate their leads to the rest of the teammates. Because that Silas was sitting on 0 kills, 3 assists for far too long, and there was a moment where he fell behind.
And already, Ivern's gone down from C9. They've taken up the Ivern. They're considering the MF ban here.
Yeah. They got the Big Chillers getting the Viego out.
Oh,
They're
no,
getting
don't
rid
make
of
him
the
cry.
Amumu.
Don't
Yeah,
make him cry.
Yup, they got rid of the Amumu. They're getting rid of the Caitlyn. They're flat out targeting really important ADCs, but this sounds like annoying picks, like the things that
Man.
you don't want to deal with, and they banned the Swain.
They had to. They had
had
to. If
to.
they did not ban the Swain, I would leave. I'd be gone.
They
for
left
the
the Seraphine open.
They
Cloud9
picked
is
up the
definitely going to get it. Yeah,
Listen,
the Cloud9 really
so
wanted the
for-
Seraphine.
4 out of they've said the Rengar wasn't that big of a problem. We'll take everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's still the Kled though.
Oh, that's true.
They
is
could
still
totally
the Kled.
bring back the Kled, but let's see if they surprise us.
But I feel like the Kled was only to enable the Swain. So taking out the Swain, we're gonna get a
Yeah,
Varus pick.
Do you think it's going to be the Varus that we saw on the Conqueror League, the one that was like two-shotting everyone, and the Nautilus support?
I think it depends if it's Varus ADC or Varus mid.
I don't think we're going to see a second Varus mid in the span of 2 weeks.
I'm thinking that's a Varus ADC as well. I have to agree with you there.
Okay, so we're seeing this. Let's just check it.
Varus Nautilus. It's a very volatile bot lane.
They're getting the
Once they hit
Morgana
6
away from. They're getting the Morgana away from clipping scrubs, which he has been spamming her.
I mean,
the
I think Clippin is already the Nautilus at that point. I think the Morgana is just to counter the Nautilus in this situation. And they're gonna pick up Graves again. I like that. I think Graves was their strongest champ last time. Very good at cleaning up kills, and honestly, if they were gonna come back, it was gonna be through him.
Yeah, absolutely. The 2-shot master. But let's see what it's going to be the last pick on Bing Chillers.
Are they going to be being something spicy, farming, or are they going to be as aggressive as they were last game?
Right now, they don't have a lot of really aggressive choices from early game. They have Nautilus. Yeah.
They're being chilling. But we should mention Sukio plays Ornn mid.
I lost confidence of this match. GG next. Not because anyone is going to fight poorly or anything. It's because I just don't like watching Ornn.
Oh, come on. Ornn's not that bad.
No? Is it which one would you think it's bad to watch?
Like worse than Ornn?
Yeah.
Kale. I don't
Okay,
like
you
Kale. I
have a
don't like
really
Kale in my
strong
solo.
point on that
I
one,
don't like
not
Kale in my
gonna lie.
solo duo games. I don't like Kale on my team. I don't like her against me. She's just boring. How does anyone play her? She's just boring.
Yeah,
She's just boring.
yeah. I totally
they're-
get you. Level 11, go brr, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're seeing. So they got rid of the Olaf and the Darius, and they got rid of the
And
Silas. We're seeing
I
the
think that's a Mordekaiser
Mordekaiser.
jungle, actually. I think that could very well be a Mordekaiser jungle. Or at the very least, they're flexing it in jungle or top.
Absolutely. We're seeing the Ornn.
I bet you that's Ornn mid. I'm almost fully confident that's Ornn mid.
Oof, I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to see. And right now, let's check really quick, which is going to be Cloud9's double pick.
If you'll remember, last playoffs, OMT Zeus, which had Suki on it, played Ornn mid in the final, or the semifinal, sorry. So
right.
I definitely wouldn't be surprised at all.
Set top, another really annoying champion. He's a little bit more like engaging than watching Ornn, but this is a champion that has so many horse crap in his kit that I just dislike him also. And we're gonna see the last pick, which is going to be, let's check it, Anivia. So it's definitely going to be Sarah Morgana on the bot side, Graves jungle, Set top, and Anivia in the mid lane. Now we're totally, either we're going to see a surprise Varus mid, or we're going to see another interesting.
Nah, I'm thinking it's Ornn. It's definitely Ornn mid.
Okay.
If I know Sukio, it's Ornn mid. Ladies and gentlemen, lock in your predictions in the chat. Who is going to pick up game 2?
Let's see the final pick for them. Just check it real quick, and let's see Ford. Bring us back.
Kindred. It is Kindred as the last pick for the Bing Chillers.
Okay, yeah, it's the Kindred. Awesome. Kindred is also a thing that a character that Bull Guy has been practicing on solo duo. But right now, let's just get started. Shall we, Phil? Let's go straight up into the replay. Let's just watch it. Right, we're watching you, my friend. Ready when you are. Let's go. Awesome. So yeah, set top. I don't like the Ornn mid against the Anivia.
You don't like Ornn mid against? It's the battle of the gods, man.
No, but you get me, right? It's not like absolutely fantastic. It's I think so. He's in an advantage. He's in a little bit of a disadvantage.
Oh, a flash hook already onto the Graves. I don't think that's good for them, though. I don't think that's good. He just gets back to a full health bar, and Clip and Scrub is going to be down a flash.
Yeah, and it was just Nautilus Flash, which support Flash has definitely less value than Jungle Flash. So if he ever gets invaded by anyone, at least in the first 5 minutes, and he already uses the E, he's going to be in a hell of a trouble.
If I'm correct, Graves just eat away. Did he use Flash there? I don't think so.
He used Flash. No, oh no, he didn't.
He's again. It's golden for the side of C9 right now. C9 has a what value? What gold value do you put at Flash?
150. You could say.
Okay, then I'm saying right now that C9's up 150 gold for the next 5 minutes. But yeah, I think the one thing is between Anivia and Ornn in the mid lane there, realistically, Ornn just needs to farm and survive. That's all he has to do.
Yeah.
Now, Sukio likes to play a really aggressive first 3 levels on him, which I don't think is going to work into this matchup. I think he's going to needs to have the most boring lane of his life and just Bing chill.
Because he's Horn. And you know it.
I'm not giving you any laughter after what you did to me last game. No, I won't do it. It's just not happening. And Sukio getting stunned there. Big wave going to be pushing in. The mid wave's going to push into him. It's worth mentioning, Graves and Kindred are pathing Ips laterally. They're on the same side. Both going to be heading to top, maybe meeting the Mordekaiser and Set in that aggressive top lane. And a hook onto Seraphine, gonna get the stun, but of course Morgana gonna stop the Varus. Varus level 2, almost able to take down. Oh my god, I couldn't tell if that was said Sugar or Super. My bad. Almost taking down Super, but not gonna happen. Yeah. Big damage done though on that bot side. It's gonna definitely give the Bing Chillers an advantage in the early levels of this game.
Bulgai is looking into either a counter gank on the bot side or flat out ganking on the bot side, but there's not a lot that she could do at this very moment. Kindred is not a very dive heavy character, at least for now, especially with its teammates already backing down. She's waiting for the scuttler.
Yes, and she's all the mark's gonna be on the other side. I think that means it's pretty free for Graves. Kindred not picking up the first mark, but Sukyo, once again, the aggressive first early levels of Orin gonna do a lot of damage to that Anivia early on here. Almost getting her egg out. And Kool-Aid Charger, once again, he trades so well, whether it's Kled, whether it's Mordekaiser. And right now, it is 3 winning lanes on the side of the Bing Chillers.
And Kindred absolutely missed the scuttler, and Kindred should have just done the bottom side scuttler. Now he's leaving all his jungle away. It essentially already told his teammate, the enemy team, that he is out. And right now we're seeing Mordekaiser being chased on.
And Graves gonna look up and pick an early first blood here, right in his face, using those shotgun tilts to his advantage. He's gonna use the Q. Both flashes down, ghost down from Kool-Aid Chugger. But Graves not able to pick up that first blood. And I think you're actually wrong about him leaving the scuttle up. The reason he did that was to secure the first mark on Kindred. Because if that first scuttle goes down with its mark, it defaults to the opposite scuttle in about a minute. And with it not being there, he was able to pick up his first mark on the bottom scuttle.
But for such a long time, there wasn't a mark on it. Huh.
But
okay.
It switches. It's one of those weird, intricate things about Kindred where if your first scuttle goes down, you don't take the other one. If you can guard it long enough, I think it's roughly a minute, you'll get that the first mark. Which, honestly, waiting a minute for your first mark, kind of worth it.
Okay. Well, you remember that Kindred becomes really, really strong at 8 to 10 marks.
Oh, so, absolutely. And Mark 1 already secured by 5 minutes is always nice. It's usually a coin flip, but Bulgai playing the patient game. He's down a level for it, but he's up a mark. So, that being said...
a ticking time bomb, you could say.
Yeah. That being said, though, Set somehow, despite losing the trade, has the advantage in the top side because of Graves. Has both his sums up. Relatively equal itemization.
There's another thing that I just figured. One of the biggest things that Kindred has is the DPS and the mobility from the Q and W and everything. The enemy team doesn't have a really mobile team.
No, they don't. They are very, very, very
static. They're really stationary. So, in this very moment, I think they are in a really good position. They might be able to win just in theory alone. Keopon was actually waiting for the scuttler to die down. Maybe he will be able to get some success.
He's gonna go for another engage here. Near sighting the Varus, but Varus gonna flash away. Clip and Scrubs hitting the hook onto Graves, just barely, and Graves already down to half health bar from that Varus, the Varus arrow.
Really good. They are having really good successful trades.
Bulgai going in. He's gonna hit the dance of arrows onto Seraphine, and he's using the Mark of the Lamb to try to pick her off. A hook landed onto Graves. Graves gonna go down. First blood to Nautilus. Second blood gonna be to Bulgai onto the Seraphine, and Morgana first flash out, but Orin here for the tower dive. Should they choose to do it? Sukyo level 6, and he's called the Forge God, but the Morgana Q gonna stop him from headbutting it, and Sukyo
it's a dash, my friend.
But here it comes. Oh, Sukyo actually just kind of stole the kill from Kindred. Said, if you're going to make me come down here for the dive, I'm picking up some gold for myself. But I do think it would have been a little bit better on Bulgai. Wupong going to come bot here and see if he can pick anything up. Crystallizing that wall. Clip and try to hook up, but it's not going to be good enough. Wupong going to pick up a kill. Beautiful crystallization on her part, or his part there. And
On the part of the Anivia, we're
On the
playing.
part of the
we're
Anivia,
we're using champion pronouns.
on their part. And, oh, here we go. We're in Death Realm, but a showstopper. It is going to be so close, but ultimately the face breaker gonna take down Cool A Chugger. I thought he had it. Everyone knows once you're in that Death Realm, it is hell coming out. But Napwan stared him in the face and said, I'm not backing down.
There's another thing that I was going to tell you about last time that we saw said. Are you familiar with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I have a lot of friends who watch the anime.
Okay, so the voice actor for Dio, which is the main antagonist of a variety of different series of JoJo, is actually the voice actor on the Japanese voice of Set.
Really?
And the ultimate has been a gigantic.
Bulgai and Nivea just met. A stunt landed. He has a chance to crystallize the wall. Crystallize Nivea. Crystallize Bulgai into the pit. Forces a flash. Graves coming in as well to bully Sukio away from helping Bulgai. And Clippin tried to rotate up, but so did Morgana. A little bit of a scrap there. And it was all because Kindred was trying to secure his mark, and I think he did. I'm pretty sure he was able to smite away the. I'm not positive about that. But I think
can we see the 3 marks? Got the third one.
That's the third mark. So it worked out, didn't it? Mark the flash, we got the mark, and Morgana, cheeky little death hand onto Nautilus there. That's not a death hand. That is.
It's the vine. It's called.
I'll tell you what it's called in a
I
second.
don't remember the name of the second. It's the Morgana Q.
Morgana Q. That's all it needs to be. It is Dark Binding. There we go.
Dark Binding. Okay, so right now the game is actually pretty equal at this very moment. The Graves is trying to get the early Drake, which is something that he already did last game,
and
where
it's
he
an
played as
Inferno
Graves as
Drake.
well.
That scales very nicely.
Yeah, an early. This is one of the really good early Drakes, like the Ocean Drake, or you are going to say the Mountain Drake.
No. I don't think Mountain Drake's good early. I think Mountain Drake's better late. I think if you want a Mountain Drake, you want them to be the second, third Drake once you start getting armor. It's better later. If you're going to take Mountain Drake like 15 minutes of the game, it's better than if you take it 5 minutes of the game. Well,
what do you think is going to be the soul in this game?
I was feeling a Cloud Soul before he went in, but unfortunately there is no Clout Soul in the game. So
yeah,
I'm feeling a Hex deck. I'm feeling a Hex deck.
I'm feeling last game was Infernal. I'm actually feeling Cloud Drake. Actually, I'm really feeling it.
I hate to break it to you. The next Drake is Cloud Drake, so it's not gonna be that. But we got an engagement here. There's a hook landed by Clippin. Encore landed onto Hyvar. Hyvar gonna go down to the Seraphine. Clippin gonna take down the Seraphine, and it's a 1v1 between Morgana and Nautilus. Morgana smartly backing away because I don't think there's a support in the hell. There's some ADCs that don't win the 1v1 against Nautilus. Ultimately, actually, it's a better pickup on the side of Clout9, I'd argue, just because Seraphine kill's going to be more valuable on her than it is on Nautilus. With Bulgai and Clippin going to push this wave here. Maybe it's a plating. And the Death Realm top side, Kool-Aid Chugger going to make the tower dive. And I think the flash isn't going to be enough. Showstopper, he's fighting for his life, but he can't survive that Death Realm. And Kool-Aid Chugger going to bring it back.
Kool-Aid, you already did this. You know what's going to happen. Kool-Aid! Okay.
Kool-Aid backing off. He's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He has found the counter to Graves, and it. Oh no! I take it.
Oh no, dude, please.
Here we go. Kool-Aid. He's coming in. Kool-Aid, look out! Look out! Randy Orton has stopped his opponent.
How many times do we have to teach you, old man?
And actually, he has fended for himself there.
Okay. Respect on that play, but dude. We felt the same thing.
Kipyon missing the RKO and letting the Kool-Aid man get away. But Tsukio engaging onto Anivia here. Anivia still has her egg, I believe. Has not lost it yet this game. And bot, we got another skirmish. Morgana finding the Nautilus, and it looks like Super 8's going to go down to Hyvar here. Tried to hook in. The Black Shield going to stay up. Save the Black Shield for himself. Didn't even try to save the Seraphine there.
Reduction, can we see really quick how much, how many marks this Kindred has?
I believe if there's a mark there, it's gonna be 5 after.
Yeah, third mark at third mark.
3. This is 4.
Yeah, right now 4.
Volgai
That's
just-
like 5%, 5% HP, right? Because
something
it's
like that.
it's 20% by 10th by
And
8th.
it's worth noting that Volgai has the most gold on the map, followed by Anivia. And it's followed by Set, my bad, and then Anivia. But a Kindred having the most gold on the map and 4 marks by 12 minutes is an average of a mark every 3 minutes. That is scary, man!
Yeah, Kindred with a lot of gold is really hideous, and that Kraken Slayer is going to be.
But Clout9 looking like they're picking up first tower here. Are they going to make a move onto the Mordekaiser? This could be a mistake. Death Realm is up in a few seconds here. And Tsukio making the rotation. Nautilus making the rotation. And it looks like Graves is about to get suffocated. He doesn't know Nautilus is on the other side of that wall. And there he is. Flipping Scrubs going to use the ultimate, knocking him in the red buff up. And Kipyon making the great escape of his life. Gonna run into Tsukio once his E is up. But Anivia there, gonna land a stun, doesn't matter. Tsukio doing too much damage, and ultimately gonna catch him out. The glacial wall there, stopping Nautilus from being, I mean, he didn't let the hook to begin with, but ultimately the crystallization stopping them from doing anything further. It looks like Volgai may have set up, and he's not gonna get dropped. A beautiful hook flash from Clippin, and they're taking out the Anivia. Volgai picking up another kill after almost dying, pressing the R button, staying alive, and now going for the Set. A little bit of an over-engaged Set, going to pick off Volgai relatively easily. And direct cam, a showstopper, taking out Clippin as well. A double kill onto Set. Ivar and Seraphine 1v1 in the bot lane. Seraphine has a slightly upper hand here.
Yeah, this is the redemption arc for Napquan.
I think if there's one thing to say, Clout9 is doing a lot better at cleaning up these engages. They're still not, they're really not far behind.
They're punishing a lot. They're punishing a lot.
They are. I'd say that 200 or 200, 300 gold isn't going to make a difference. And they have the Inferno Drake, so it's a relatively even game. The first tower is obviously going to make up for the kill difference here. And are they going to go for a Diamond Hive? The Encore lands, super taking too many tower shots,
Amazing
and they go down!
That was
And now
really
Tsukio,
well executed.
Tsukio, the crystallization gets flashed through. Very smart by Tsukio. Nearset are gonna slow him. And top lane, we have a fight between Mordekaiser, Clippin backing him up. And the Call of the Forge Gauntlet not hitting anyone. Tsukio gonna get knocked up by Depth Charge. And Kool-Aid just taking down the 3-1 Set with ease. A 3-man stun by Wupcon. And the crystallization gonna try to keep out Volgai, but Volgai gonna be able to jump over it. Morgana trying to land that death binding, misses ultimately. Volgai does have ultimate, should his health bar get much lower. Tsukio's walking around. If they know where he is, they might be able to get a pick. Not gonna happen. Woo!
Yeah, a lot of things happening. Napquan getting shut down by Mordekaiser, and they getting the first Drake.
Bing Chiller's second Drake. They're looking to pick up their first Drake. And smited down to 47 HP, still claimed. Could have got stolen by a Dark Binding if Morgana.
How many marks do we have on the Kindred, my friends?
I believe it's still at 5? Unless he had marked the Anivia, but I can't see him marking the Anivia.
No,
and
he
he's
didn't mark
going
it.
in against the Graves. I don't actually know who wins. It's Graves ultimately getting the better trade.
Yeah.
Volgai not going to use his ultimate. I don't know what happens if Lamb's Respite gets used there.
Yeah, right now, we haven't seen Volgai use the ult yet.
And Set right there, as you see right at the end. Kool-Aid taking down the tower, but Set taking down his
The
life.
revenge kill.
And that lane has been a lot more back and forth than last game.
Absolutely. I think right now we're in a really interesting position because the Nautilus has been in really good places at the best possible moments, and Ornn was just deleted off screen. Delicious.
Volgai stepping on the control board, looking like he wanted to make a play onto Anivia here. He's still gonna go through with it. This could be a close fight. The crystallization, but Set coming around is gonna break his face, and Wupcong going to take the last hit to bring Volgai to the gray screen.
Yeah.
I'm
Right now,
not
it's
sure.
a really interesting moment.
I didn't catch. When did Tsukio go down there?
Yeah, he went right before Kindred appeared on screen. So, yeah. Not in a really good position at this very moment. We're seeing right now that there's a chance where Anivia and Set can bring the match together. Because they have a lot of support from Morgana and Seraphine. But
And
Graves is not in a very healthy situation at the moment.
And I'm just going to take a hot second to gloat here. It is Hextech Soul, which means your boy T.I. Romeo perfectly predicting the souls this series. I know, guys. You can shout me out in chat here. I'm amazing. But
You're able to do it.
Anyways, it's worth mentioning. The only towers that are down are both on the top side. The map is relatively even. Kindred Mark is on the wolves there, but he's looking for a play bot side. And Set not backing down from a Mordekaiser with that with death realm. Sorry.
Oof! Look at how they chonked the Kindred.
Four-man bot there though, and they're gonna concede mid tower for it. They got bot tower for it. And here we go. We're getting another fight breaking out. Knuckling down into the Death Realm. A showstopper. Gonna use the face breaker. And Napkawan taking down Kool-Aid Jugger. Again, he's winning these 1v1s against one of the best 1v1 champions in the entirety of the top lane. But Hyvar going to land the stunning arrow. Depth charge used onto Anivia. They're making the escape. Graves and Anivia gonna walk it out. Take the Scuttle Crab. When Varus ultimate burned in that fight. Same with Nautilus. Depth charge. And Vulgai though, looking, maybe he can contest the Rift Herald if he chooses to. If not, Graves and Anivia going to pick it up here.
It's in a really, really nice position. How it's a really different Cloud9. They learn from their mistakes, and now they're fighting to their strongest points, to their advantages. And Napquan getting the pick on a character that he was really easily able to 1v1 against Kool-Aid definitely shows. Mordekaiser is a really strong pick, but right now it's not in a really good position against Zed, which is a character with true damage that can flat out eat through Mordekaiser's shield and the passive and everything. Mordekaiser's really strong point is going to come maybe later in team fights or against one of the more squishier targets, like is the case for Morgana and Seraphine. But right now, it's looking a little bit brighter on the side of Cloud9.
And before we get the Hextech Drake up in a minute, I just want to ask you, what does Hextech Soul mean for each of these teams, or even just the Drake itself?
There is a lot of AoE on the side of Cloud9, and if they are able to get that, the amount of AoE damage that is going to be spread just through the Soul's effect is going to be insane. It also works wonders for the slow in the case of Big Chillers, but right now, they need to be very careful what they're doing.
One thing worth mentioning about Hextech, the Drake itself, the attack speed buff on a Kindred, it just makes the mounting dread charges go by so much quicker when you're trying to release someone. And a hook onto Graves. Black Shield's gonna go out, keeping him from being stunned by Clippin. It's a 3v2 in the river at the moment. With Anivia and Orin strong up there. Vulgai, Clippin gonna land another hook, but a TP coming in from Napkawan. Hyvar is there. It's a 5v4. Mordekaiser still walking down. Orin taking a back. Gonna TP back in the fight. Crystallization onto Vulgai. Vulgai down to 1 HP. Shield barely keeping him alive. Kool-Aid Charger gonna try to run in. Able to pull Wolfgang. Not gonna put her into the death realm just yet. Vulgai still living with an inch of his health. Does have Lamb's respite up. And Orin gonna hit the headbutt. Hitting Mordekaiser. Encore going in. Landing onto Orin. But Mordekaiser in the backline trying to take out Graves. He's low on health here. He's gonna go down by Keopan. Vulgai still at 1 HP. No Lamb's respite anymore. Varus chasing down Set, who also had 1 HP. And it looks like Anivia's trying to arrange them, make sure, say, hey, this is our dragon, back off, or we will kill all of you.
There's a chance for a steal or flat out from a kill with Varus, but it's going to be a little bit too tight.
And Varus tried to steal the dragon. Good attempt, but it wasn't going to work out, and he's going to pay the price of his life. A shutdown going to the Anivia.
And it's an AP Varus. AP Varus needs some money, and he's not getting any money, at least for now.
As they say, you can't get any money if you're dead. No money, no bitches, no life. It's just unfortunate. Unfortunate, too, because it looked like he misclicked trying to get into that Hextech portal.
No. He totally did wanted to get into the Hextech portal, but he didn't.
Well, he was charging it, but I think he clicked to the side before he actually clicked it, and it would have been at like 0.2 seconds.
No, I think he was interrupted by the Anivia. Anivia flat out insta.
He was interrupted at the end there, but it looked like it looked like there was a stutter step, but I could be wrong.
Maybe.
either way, it was a good attempt at a steal. Unfortunate circumstances for the Bing Chillers. And now Clout9 in the lead in this game. But Napwan getting surrounded by 3 of them, trying to keep himself alive, but I just don't see any good ending for him here. And he's able to take one back! He's gonna get killed by Vulgai, but, sorry, actually Mordekaiser picked up the kill there. But he was able to take one back, reset for him. And this man, this 6-3 set, what a difference from his Aatrox to his set, man. Went from ultimately the least important person last game to arguably the most important member of Clout9. This series has been a massively influenced by both top laners in Kool-Aid Chugger and Napwan. They've had such a fun lane to watch this game. And this match, so close in game 2. It could still go either way in the drop of a hat.
I want to look at the gold count really quick, production, please, because it's really interesting how these players had essentially flipped seats at this very moment. Right now, Napquan is the one calling the shots. He's definitely going ahead and trying its best to do a lot of damage, to fight it out, to get the kills. He knows when to fight it out. So it's really interesting how everything's going on. Right now, definitely there's a chance for the guys over at Bing Chillers to actually bounce back. Varus, AP Varus is definitely a volatile pick that can definitely surprise a lot of people. And with having 3 really squishy targets in the form of Anivia, Seraphine, and Morgana, there's a chance for them to bounce back.
And we're posturing around Baron here. I think it's worth mentioning that Christmas is coming on the Summoner's Rift, which means we're getting the ornaments into play here very, very soon. But Graves gonna go in on Hyvar. Encore hit! Hyvar being saved by Lampus by a great ultimate from Kindred, but he's still gonna go down to the collateral damage. Vulgai chunked down to half, and a 4v2 is not a fight you're gonna take. A 4v3 was how it started. And they're going to walk out claiming Hyvar's life again. Hyvar back to the gray screen. And you know what that means? No money, no bitches, and no life.
Absolutely. But right now, we need to take into consideration what are the options for the guys over at Bing Chillers to actually bounce back from the situation that they are in this very moment. And let me tell you, there is a chance, but they need to play perfectly.
And here we go. They're going to try to take Baron with that pick. Hyvar back up, though, might be able to get in the fight. And Napwan going to go straight on Vulgai. He knows he doesn't have Lamp's fight. And if he can catch him, Vulgai a little bit too fast on the Kindred. They're going to stun, clip, and scrub, chunk him down to half. But the curse, the call of the Forge God, taking down Morgana to a sliver of her health bar. Showstopper used from Set, able to take down Kindred. The jungler on the Bing Chillers is down, but so is Set. Set, their highest gold value player is down. Hyvar finally getting to the fight. They take down Baron Nashor, but they lose the life of Seraphine. Kipion stuck in a corner here, pinned against the wall, but he's going to try to take as many as he can with him, going to leave the pit, hopping onto Hyvar here, but he's stunned. And the crystallization is going to be able to save Anivia, but he's going to go down to the chain, the arrow, the chain of corruption. But Kipion running all the way to their base. He wants to get out with his life. He's going to try to channel the recall in that push. A 4-second recall. The empowered. And he's going to get away with his life. He has stolen Baron and gotten away with murder.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back. Talk a little bit about the performance of Kaiopon during the entire match. He's been sleeper fighting.
Wait a minute. We got a TP coming in. Another fight for this Hex Tech Drake. Mordekaiser caught out by the crystallization. Living with his liberate me. A flash through by Napwan. And once again taking out Kool-Aid Charger. Absolute revenge last game. Clippin going in on the hook with the Black Shield. Gonna save Graves. Sukio able to take down Napwan. And they're turning the fight around. The Encore though coming out. And Anivia just picked off Kindred. Anivia picks up Hyvar. Varus down again. And it's 3 left for Clout and 2 left on the side of Bing Chillers. Neither jungler alive, but they're going to try to get on Soul Point here. Both members of Bing Chillers going to back. And that means Clout9 is on the Hex Tech Soul Point.
5-1 Anivia, 10 stacks on the... No. 10 stacks on it, on the Dark Seal. They are in a really, really good position at this very moment. I, for a second, forgot the name of the Dark Seal. Straight up, I was going to say the Dark Chapter, something that's something really
circle
stupid.
ball that can count to 10. It counts 6 digits higher than Jin, man.
Yeah, it's really okay. So it's really impressive the way that these matches has been handling out. Bot lane has definitely bounced back. Morgana was never behind though. Rin has had a really good position during the entirety of the match, and he has landed a couple of really good Morgana Qs. Ultimates have not been really flashy, but that's mainly because if you're really close to champions like Mordekaiser or Kindred, you really run the risk of losing everything. So yeah, I actually think there has been a really good performance overall.
There's also been a lot of nice Black Shield stopping Clippin from being able to do a whole lot with his hook.
Absolutely.
But it looks like we might get another fight here. Guys, seen Graves, but then seen Set trying to pull away from the fight here. But is it too late? The near slight slow from the blind on Graves. But the Chains of Corruption gonna stun Set. And the Bull guy gonna get away with his life here. But also worth mentioning that the first team-oriented ornament is on the Kraken Slayer of Kindred. Kindred,
That's
also,
right.
the longer this game goes on, the more marks he gets, and the better it looks for him.
That's right. They're getting a tower. Actually, they are bouncing back really well. There's a chance. The
2k gold difference. Really, the win.
Yeah.
I think a major win condition here for Cloud is securing that Cloud Soul as early as possible. Or not Cloud Soul, the Hextech Soul, rather. As early as possible. And picking up their first Cloud Soul. But a stun on and a crystallization onto Kool-Aid Man. A showstopper over the wall. And he lands the Facebreaker. Ivar from 100 to 0. Clip and scrub, 100 to 0. It's a 5v3 now. And it looks like Bing Chillers need to retreat. They are not chilling. They are all being sent to the gray screen. Is Kool-Aid Charger and Sukio going to go down? Graves right in the middle of them. Graves takes out Sukio. Well, Nibia gets the final blow, and it looks like Kool-Aid Charger fending for the life of his team and not going to be able to do it. He pulls at the shield, pulls one back, but he's going to go down once again to his mortal enemy. The man with the nicest 8-pack on the rift. None other
the 8-pack.
than Set.
These guys having a 16-pack at this very moment.
He does have a 16-pack, and that's going to be game 2, Clout9. It's going to take it unless Hymar and Clippin, are they able to sit?
Nah, there's no chance.
Can they send it?
There's no chance. They kicking it really hard on that end.
Game 1, we're going to go to game 3. Sorry, series 1, we're going to go to game 3 here. And man, what an intense game.
That's right. Okay, so overall, Cloud played to their win conditions. There was a lot of support from the jungle on the bot side towards the mid lane and the top side. Overall, Napquan played beautifully during the match. They did a he definitely did a fantastic job as Set this game, and we might be able to see a Set ban for the next game. But right now, don't go anywhere. We will be back with game 3.
KDA, should we show them how we do it every day? Let's get it. Kali that girl, Kali go girl, Kali gon' stop, Kali gon' skirt, Kali got a job, Kali go to work. 뜨거워 언제나 don't get burned. 넘쳐 흘러물 than a buffet, 죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on my outfit, 그 문 열지 마 that's a rough day. 당겨봐 your mark 'cause I'm greater than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미. But all of my numbers are talking back. 부루마법 message monopoly. 눈종이 돈이나 real money 필요 없대. 너네들이 만든 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. 더 미션 눈을 못 떼 못해 그래 너도 get it 'cause I got it different. All I'll ever know is like 感觉犹如海浪的味道，不断往前，Oh you never wait down. This is how I do it every day. Wow, wow. 这一路上的奇迹都记住了你的每一个瞬间，无比的耀眼。I know you want some more， 准备好就一起走 ，Give it need more。Now I got it, so here you go. You look like you could use some more. Now I got it, never running low. Yeah, I got more than enough, let it up and away. You know I got it like bum bum, blow your mind. Never get less, and it's how it'll stay. You know I got it like all day, all the time.
Tell me where do I go? Tell me where do I take us? Your heart is starting to slow. May the water be safe. As I dive in, blood stains washing underneath our waves. In this gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win. I came back and brought the crown with me. The king's can't break your nexus and your neck, cause everybody's on your head.
Just like kick your butt, go run them up, then paint my nails. Never learned to raise my hand, was too busy raising hell. Everything I know I am, you should go and save yourself. Thought you had my number, huh? Congratulations, played yourself.
Underground utopia, dynasties and dystopia. Fear is never an option, so dying is not a real phobia. I'm beating the odds, rising to every occasion. That's never defeated the gods. Switch up the mind, nothing but champions coming. I'm rolling on one of those squad.
Hold still while I back that. Talk back till I snap back. This ain't brown, this that dark black. This that pitch black, jet black. Snap your ex, watch me give them flashbacks.
Pressure's rising fast as lightning, they can't stop it now. If you ain't talking realness, then just change the topic now. They laughing at the top like they can't see the bottom. And they thought I needed help, but I got hit without them. I am sharper than a pack of 100 razor blades. When the smoke clears out of here, but they name gon' fade. I'ma be here doing it my way. They said I should change it up, but what did I say?
Ooh, yeah, he mad. I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining. Ooh, yeah, he mad. I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining.
Hold still while I back that. Talk back till I snap back. This ain't brown, this that dark black. This that pitch black, jet black. Snap your ex, watch me give them flashbacks.
I get that magic all on me, I feel like I'm Tracy McGrady. Enemy circle around me 360, I count them with 8. I've been equipped with the spirit beside me since I was.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 3 of the first week of Gladiator Esports. Clout9 won, Bing Chillers Omega won. I believe Bing Chillers is going to have blue side. Also, I will be picking up a new mic for tomorrow's draft if they have it at Best Buy for tomorrow's color casting. So thank you for helping me make that decision, people. With that being said, we were talking about this going into this match, me, Stefu, and Phil, and I'm just wondering, does anyone in chat remember a team that after drafts sent all 5 of their champions mid and just A-rammed it for the entire round of the tournament? I don't remember what game this is, but I know it was in Esports League of Legends. That being said, Clout9 banning out Seraphine Swain. How do you feel about that, Stefu?
Cloud9 definitely doesn't want that. Like, they really rocked the Seraphine before. Okay, and they totally did, and they did really, really well. But right now, maybe they're looking for something else. They're also taking away the Ivern, the BCS right now taking away the Viego, and right now Karma used to be a consistent ban from Cloud9, but now it's on the side of BCS, which makes you wonder what's going to happen next.
I wonder. I messaged both teams going into Game 3. Flyer, the coach of Bing Chillers, told me that they had a spicy draft plan, and Clout9 said, "We win if our ADC doesn't int."
Awesome. That sounds very promising.
We got a Misfortune pick. Maybe that's why they don't want their ADC to int. They're gonna trust the Misfortune. I wonder, do they go Misfortune Moo? No, they're gonna pick up the Graves.
And right now, don't fix what isn't broken. The Graves jungle is going to definitely be a really important part for the matches in general.
I just wonder how that. I feel like if that Misfortune, they got a lot of trust. Hopefully
they had troubles with it
in Game 1.
They had troubles in Game 1, so it's really interesting the fact that they're getting it for another game.
They stole the Amumu. Now my question is, Kaisa Amumu bot, massively strong bot lane. Well, that means Karma's going into a side lane or mid, if that's the case.
Karma. Okay, so there are times where Karma is really good on top lane. We've seen it before. So right now, we need to take into consideration what the team needs at the very moment. We're seeing the Morgana. The Morgana last game was actually pretty strong.
The Morgana is good into the Amumu bandit shots, especially if you can Black Shield before the Curse of the Sad Mummy is brought out. It's really efficient at actually stopping them from the engage. But that being said, maybe now they elect to go Karma support and bring Amumu into the jungle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely see that. Okay, so we're seeing right now the Hecarim ban, the Darius ban, and we're also gonna see. Let's see which one is going to be. I think they should get rid of the set.
I think Kled needs to go. I think C9's best ban here. Take out Kled. Take out Kled. Take out Kled. Take out Kled. Oh man.
And they got rid of the Talia. So
Talia
maybe right
is
now
a
what?
good ban to get rid of Tsukio, and they're gonna
Dude,
take
get rid of the set, man. Please.
Yeah, they left set open and they left Kled open. Do we see the clash of the Titans?
Insta pick set. It's going to be insta pick set.
Let me see Set and Kled. Let me see Set and Kled go at it. I will go crazy if I get to see that matchup. Let me see Set versus Kled in the top lane.
You want to see
it would be bloody.
The road trap on a bear, or the bear trap on a rope,
okay.
or on the bear trap.
Yeah,
We're seeing the Veigar.
Shut up! bear trap. Bear trap on a rope trap. Okay,
I did it.
It's finally worked. I don't have it written down, so I don't know.
Okay, so right now we need to look into what's going to be. So they got the Veigar, and it's definitely going to be the pick is going to be the Lissandra. Really good pick. Really good pick. I like the Lissandra against Graves and Misfortune. Not so good against the Morgana, but it can work. And finally, we're seeing on the VCS side. Pick! No, there's no emotion over there.
Oh, come on. Who's it gonna be?
Come on.
Is it Kled?
It's Urgot.
No!
Yeah, but Urgot is still a very high pick.
Urgot is still bloody as hell. I won't be that upset. I'll get over it.
It's a really good pick.
We get
I like
Set
it.
into Urgot. That'd still be fun to watch. I don't know how good that matchup is for Set though. Oh, don't bait me like that. You yes!
It's gonna be.
We got the Set. Top is my matchup to watch. Top is the matchup to watch. Mid is very just poke each other. Lissandra might get a nice engage. What you have Urgot, you have Set. Oh boy.
Uh-huh. Totally think that. Okay, so I like this draft. Prada, can we go straight away into the game? Okay, in 5 seconds we'll be going to the game. So
wait a minute.
What do you think?
Wait. Hold up. Is that Urgot jungle?
No, I think it's going to be Amumu jungle, Karma.
I feel like Urgot jungle goes crazy into Graves though.
I mean, it can be, but I wouldn't bank all on that.
No. It is Urgot top. It is Urgot top. They're not that crazy.
It is Urgot top, Karma bot lane. Okay, so there are very safe lanes on bot side, both sides. But there's like these explosiveness that comes from Morgana and Misfortune that could be really hard to match down in the bot side. They're definitely going to need some help. Let's face it, even though Amumu jungle is really good, Amumu support has the potential of being a little bit more.
As an Amumu jungle player, I take nothing but offense to that, man. Like, look at that. Volker's walking and place a ward. Free of charge. Sure, he gave Amumu like 2 stacks, but who cares about super evil energy, man?
Okay, I totally get you. So you feel that Amumu is way stronger.
I didn't say way stronger. Whoa, hold your roll there, buddy. But he does get the levels quicker, which means he's able to lower the cooldown on Curse of the Sad Mummy quicker. And also, because of his CC, He wins the 1v1 against Graves.
Well, I'm apparently the Rengar expert, but you, my friend, are definitely the Mumu master. So you take the lead on the stupid comments that may come out of my mouth.
Oh, I don't know if I said a Mumu master. I'll tell you what, when they pick Xin Zhao or Mundo, I'm your guy.
Okay, I like it.
But nobody picks Xin Zhao until preseason. Ain't nobody picking Xin Zhao or Mundo.
Yeah, how weird, because this is something such a defining.
Wait, Urgot's sitting in the bush.
No.
Wait, that was so small.
We stayed pretty dry about that.
First time. Oh wait, Urgot jumping in, lunging him over the back. Already has Nap one at a quarter of his health bar left.
Yeah, but Seth has that stupid passive that would heal him over time after a fight. Because Seth likes to lose.
But man, the boxer's taking a beating right now.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited though.
I am too.
This is shaping up to be a really cool match.
I think something interesting to note, it's the first game where the junglers are actually pathing. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Amumu's taking a weird path. Starts Raptors, goes Blue, goes Grom, then goes Wolves. And it's farming more efficiently than Graves, though.
Absolutely. So, right now we are in a kind of a weird position.
Kool-Aid Charger sending him over his back, and Set just gonna hit the haymaker and run out. Sukio making an engagement, dropping Veigar to half health, and I'll let you take the floor.
That's absolutely right. Okay,
Man.
so Napcorn is not in a really good position, but Graves is coming top.
Graves is here! Once again, camping the top lane, going for Kool-Aid Charger. Kool-Aid Charger with the Ignite, with a face breaker onto Kool-Aid Charger. Can he get the first blood? It's not gonna happen. The tower shot's gonna give first blood to Keopon. And Keopon, man, has been the most consistently charged player this game. Back in the top lane, he knew it was gonna be aggressive. Volgai elected to go bot instead, and he's gonna look to invade Graves and try to pull back a little bit of the gold for his team. What does that first blood mean? Considering it didn't go to either top laner, but it does keep Set with the advantage.
We've seen this is the third time we've seen Keopon on the Graves, and if his consistency is anything to go by from the previous game, he's a guy that even if it's not ahead, he's working towards the team, getting like getting farm, getting objectives and everything. So right now, there's a gigantic chance for him to actually have a really good performance.
I think it's actually almost a little bit unsettling how this man has played so consistently well in Graves. Hasn't been the hard carry of their game, but he's been consistent and just no ban pull. It's just consistent good jungling to keep that's been able to keep him performing well each game.
Now we're seeing the second MF of the night. The first one didn't get a chance to shine, but probably on looking back on the performance that it had as Seraphine, B-Pots may be able to come back.
Wait, Graves has been spotted in the bot side. Amumu on his Krugs walking over. We could see a 3v3 for this dragon. We know he likes to take the dragons relatively quick. The only problem is he does have a Veigar in the mid lane, and Veigar in the mid lane isn't one to give you the priority, so I think Lissandra would have a quicker turn if they do elect to fight it. However, it is Misfortune and Morgana. First dragon is Inferno again, and last time they got the Inferno dragon first, they did win the game.
Completely unrelated, but yeah, it happened. We cannot attribute a whole win to just getting the Inferno dragon. They played beautifully.
No, it was all the Inferno trick. It was all first Inferno. And Urgot gonna send him flying over his back again and just trying to bully the Set down to one hit. But Set has the face breaker. It misses, and the engagement there is gonna go to the side of Urgot. But Inferno Drake picked up by Clout9.
Yeah, Keopon really did a fantastic job right now. We're seeing a small engage onto the Urgot. The face breaker maybe
and the face breaker taking down Kool-Aid Sugar despite Volgai showing up to that fight. And now Volgai trying to hold the wave for his boy to get back and get some XP. But man, the showstopper was Clout.
Into Haymaker. Not really well.
the showstopper, man. I am pretty sure Napkin Wand loses there if he doesn't hit 6. And Volguy now trying to do a little bit of damage. Already chunked the half, and they might go for the tower dive. No. They're just going to let that wave crash. Amumu going to soak a ton of XP. Probably get the curse of the Sad Mummy off it. But unfortunately, Kool-Aid Charger not going to be looking too happy once he gets back to lane. That being said, Fear Beyond Death is a powerful ultimate.
It's really good and can be very destructive on team fights. But in this very moment, this set is getting under the skin of Urgot. 2 really good traits that were turning into nightmares by the end of the fight.
Worth mentioning, it appears Graves is going the Gore Drinker build this game rather than the Eclipse build. And Hyvar getting hit by the Make It Rain. If Rin's able to land, the Dark Binding does land. Hyvar down 2 half health there. A good little trade in the bot lane. Misfortune doing everything she can to try to get any advantage in the bot lane because if that champion doesn't get a kill, she's only useful on her ultimate.
That's absolutely true, but right now, there's a chance. The Graves coming
Charger. Kool-Aid Charger has Fear Beyond Death. And we're gonna see Graves coming top. Can Kool-Aid Charger do enough damage with Fear Beyond Death to actually go off? It's not even gonna be able to shoot it as he goes down real quickly to a couple of face breakers, a knuckle up, and some shock and blast. But Volguy is on the bot side. He's going to try to land the Bandit Trust. Curse of the Sad Mummy. They used the kill to try to keep Rin alive. It does not work, but the kill goes over to Karma. That's not something you want when a Mumu Kaisa is standing next to you. Inner Flame doing a little bit too much damage and taking away that kill from the carry or the jungler.
That's right. Well, on other news, my team here in Venezuela lost.
Loud?
Which really...
Wait a minute, is that loud? Wait a minute. Kool-Aid Chugger throwing Set over his back again. Level 6 to level 8. Well, the damage is there, and he's going to use Fear Beyond Death and claim the shutdown. Napquan a little bit overzealous in taking that fight.
Yeah, but I liked it. I like the fact that the Napquan is really trying to keep his advantage. But the problem is that even though he wants to keep the advantage, you also need to be really careful with everything. I'm all down to seeing a Set lose. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah. Well, the thing is, Urgot is strong at level 3, first 3 levels, and then once he hits 6. Napquan has the advantage. He can literally just sit there and wait for his Veigar to scale. I don't think taking fights is necessarily in his best interest. But here we go. Volguy finding the Graves in that bush. Sukiyo and Volguy going to be trying to hide in the upper section of that mid lane. And here we go. The Rift Herald being used. Gonna get some gold onto the Graves, onto the Veigar. Clip and Scrubs making his way to mid as well. Misfortune not at lane yet. Kaisa is there for the rotation if needed. And the next dragon's going to be mountain up in a minute. Volguy pathing down to it. Graves already setting up vision around the Drake. And you know, if one thing that's been clear from Clout9's playstyle in all 3 of these games is they like to stack those dragons. What soul do you think that Clout9 wants to be stacking?
It smells like ocean. It smells salty here. It's the ocean.
Did you? Okay.
It smells salty, dude.
You know, I'm feeling it. It's Clout Dragon. No, wait! Bandage Toss, Curse the Sad Mummy! And just like that in the blink of an eye, Veigar, the map, Volguy gets a kill here. Set getting tossed over the back. Fear Beyond Death is up. If he's able to break that health, face break, showstopper, face breaker, gonna come out in a second. No. Oh, the flash face breaker taking down Kool-Aid Chugger just off screen there. And Set picking up another kill. Fear Beyond Death, he was not low enough for. And we're gonna get a 3v3 at Dragon, but Veigar not up. TP is up, but it's not 14 minutes. It's not unleashed. Lissandra making his way down, but the binding on Bull down to 300 HP. And Hyvar in position to take down Misfortune. Misfortune living with a slight note down, but the cage. Kaisa over a little bit too deep. Dark Matter almost her down, but doesn't ultimately. Graves takes down Amumu. The Primordial Blast takes down Kaisa. It's a 3v2, but Graves has no health. Wukong back and running at Sukiyo. Wants the revenge kill. Sukiyo gonna get away, but they're going to claim this dragon. And just like that, having the setup onto there, Veigar sprinted, took the TP, and ran. Game-changing in that fight. Sukiyo gonna try to take off the Graves, though. Rin went for the Dark Binding, wasn't able to hit it, and Graves, willing to give his life for the dragon, he smites it away. Sukiyo tried to steal it, valiant attempt, but ultimately not able to get the Mountain Drake. And once again, this is looking familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it starts
Almost
with
almost the same Drakes, really.
Starts with the Inferno, and now it's the Hextech. The only difference is they're at 2 dragons instead of 1.
That's right. So, in this very moment, do you think where is the chance for Bing Chillers to come back in the situation that they are? They are 3k behind, but that lead can be easily equalized, and we've seen really impressive comebacks in the last week. So what do you think it should be done for them to come back?
I think Bing Chillers needs to play through high bar. Unfortunately, Kool-Aid not really able to win top anymore. I don't think it's 3-1 and Set has Bork, which is huge. Meanwhile, he has a Brambles and Tabbies, which is great defensively to try to mitigate some losses. But he's trying to clear out a Mumu jungle to come back in that lane. I think Volgai needs to be playing through Kai'Sa, trying to get Kai'Sa as ahead as he can to get the evolves off, so that they have the ADC advantage when it comes to these team fights.
But what do you think about the... Oh, we're seeing a small fight here. And right now,
once again, tossing him over.
Dude,
Showstopper! And will he be able to finish it? The Facebreaker doesn't do enough damage. Not enough damage taken, because right now, Urgot can't output it.
Right now, staying really far behind, 1-4. Slight contrast from the Napcon that we saw in the first game compared to now. Right now, it's like a whole different game.
It is.
He played. The set has definitely been a really impressive choice and has definitely given paying its dividends.
And
you could say.
It's a little bit surprising they didn't ban away the set this game with how well he played last game, but they thought they could handle it by picking Urgot. Unfortunately, though,
They didn't account for the Graves.
And also, yeah, I was into Kiyopoon. Really, I'm not saying he's the sole reason they won that lane, but his pathing to the top lane and the awareness that lane's the aggressive one to win early it's paying dividends. It is paying dividends.
It was definitely like 2 really good ganks on the top side that definitely put him on a really good position.
Right now, they're just keeping map control. Rin is hovering mid. Misfortune gonna be taking a back. And right now, it is worth mentioning, Dragon's up in 2 minutes. Rift Herald's coming up within this minute. Graves, once again, already there to claim the objective. Volgai, I think it's safe to say Volgai seems to have a style that's very oriented on getting kills and steamrolling the team ahead. Meanwhile, Kiyopoon, almost the exact opposite strategy. It feels like it's been a lot on Volgai to be able to make up for the objectives Kiyopoon's taking.
Yeah, he's definitely playing the map 100%.
Kiyopoon taking it slow, taking the objectives, and just bit by bit cutting each limb off Bing Chillers to try to choke him out of this game.
There's a chance. Every member aside from top lane could definitely tip the scales into a different direction.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Urgot gets a pentakill and then starts beating next one. It's possible. He can win. Here's the thing. Urgot, although he's a very early game champion, that ult, if you got one guy on your team ahead, like if Kai'Sa were to get ahead here, and she flies at set and Fear Beyond Death is on him, it's one combo away from him getting sucked right into the pipes of Kool-Aid Choker. But the Kool-Aid man gonna be left to defend his tower from a Herald and his 2 mortal enemies. Herald's gonna get the crash, but it looks like that's all it's gonna get. I'd argue that's a successful defense by Kool-Aid Choker, man. But Dragon up. It's gonna be the first Hextech Drake, possibly soul point for the side of Clout9 if they can secure it.
Yeah, Cloud9 really in a really fantastic position at this very moment. In all fronts. 135.
Oh, Volgai, Curse of the Sad Mummy, onto Veigar. Veigar, the bandage shots gets flashed through, and Hivar not able to secure the kill. Flippin' Scrubs wasn't there in time either. And Wupong not going to be able to back just yet. Can we see real quick what the energy is on the good old magical Vagar? How many stacks is that man at?
Let's check really quick.
And we're taking position at this dragon here.
Well, never
Vagar
mind
keeps
that.
being
Let's
mid.
just see how
We'll check. We'll check when he comes on screen. It's fine. Right now, Vagar's holding mid, trying to put the waves pushing into their side, but they are already deleting the first Hextech Drake. They're already down to 4K. Volgai coming around though. Doesn't have Curse of the Sad Mummy. Not going to be much he can do unless he can land a Q on Graves. Graves already taking the dragon. Volgai in a little bit too late. Going to have to flash out. Not much going to happen on either side. But Clout9 is on some point. A cage onto the Urgot. And Urgot might go down here. Running away with his life. An exhaust onto Graves to help keep him alive. Flipping down an exhaust. Volgai down a flash. And Clout9 up their third dragon. Hextech Soul, although it has the lowest win rate out of all the souls, it's arguably the scariest to come against.
Yeah. Seeing, okay, W misses. Right now they have an Horizon on the mid lane. Right now, okay, so there's still a chance because the numbers right now, 5k gold, 4,500 gold behind
5K?
for these guys.
There have been bigger comebacks in Gladiator. The only thing that is really scary is Baron's up in 2 minutes. I'm not sure they'll be able to take the Baron fight necessarily, but they don't have a choice when it's 4 minutes and that dragon is up. If that Hextech Soul goes, it makes this game really, really, really hard.
The saddest part is that Kool-Aid is not necessarily really behind. He's just behind on kills. When it comes to just average CS, he's not doing so badly.
That being said, though, the reason for that is that Amumu has given his camps to him to keep him in the game, and that's where we see the big. Wait a minute, Bandage Toss coming in. Kaisa flying across the map. Flippin' trying to go for the sun, wasn't able to get in time, but Bandage Toss on two Super B pots, and Hyvar gonna take the kill, a second kill onto Kaisa, and that's what you need. Morgana's mid, and you punish it. That is a great punishment, amazing tower dive to help Bing Chillers get back a little bit of the gold they need, starting the way to a comeback.
There's a chance. There's a chance that Kaisa can be a problem for Cloud9. Absolutely.
Especially with the Mumu and the passive bringing the true damage on the AP portion of Kaisa's. It makes and also for that matter, you have Lissandra as well, who has really good burst. So the sad mummy with no friends ultimately is his passive could still be very huge this game.
Kaisa looking to go for the collector.
Is LS rolling in his grave right now, seeing Kaisa go for the collector, man. What is she gonna be collecting? Mathematically, not a lot. But
yeah, but there's a chance, okay, if she's able to. But right now the Graves feels so tanky, dude.
My question,
350 gold bounty, like it's not looking so hard. But right now we're seeing the Amumu.
Oh, and the Amumu Bandit Trust onto Super B Pants, and the Akathian rains down onto Misfortune, and just like that, sending her back to the gray screen. Kaisa 3 and 1. Volgai and Hyvar are doing what they need to do. They're comboing. I almost feel like this should have been the strat all game. If you're
something that saddens me a little bit is the fact that even though Hyvar
wait,
playing...
hold that thought. We got a showstopper coming in. The face breaker was not up. Fear becomes death. Kool-Aid Charger able to get it. The kill and the collateral damage not gonna take out Kool-Aid Charger, and Kiapone gonna go down to Kool-Aid Charger, and Kool-Aid Charger back into the game. Full guy. Bandage tossing onto Rain. Curse of the Sad Mummy. Hyvar there. Is he gonna be able to pick up the kill? And running away, but Flash, Hyvar going, he wants to be up 4-1, but Super B Pants gonna make it rain, and he's overextended. The shutdown on to Rin from the Tormented Shadows.
He really wanted that. Eesh.
Bing Chillers realized they were getting back. They wanted to be able to get the unofficial ace and really assert some dominance, close the gold gap, but ultimately result in a little bit of an overextension. Nevertheless,
on both sides, because definitely Napquan was a really big overextension, going almost into the base. The same applies to Kiapone. Like, yeah, there was overextension on both sides.
Oh, absolutely. I'd argue it was a lot worse when it came to Kiapone running into the 3v1. He really wanted the kill on that Urgot who was still resetting. But now Urgot back into the game. That Dark Binding just barely missed Clippin's skull. But here we go, three of them in the cage. A big Dark Matter binding onto Clippin, onto Volgai, sorry, and Primordial Burst going to take him down. I think the Dark Matter would have done it anyways. But there goes the jungler. 18 seconds before Hextech Dragon does that spell. Hextech Soul for Clout9.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely defined at this very moment. And you know the worst part? The guys over at Cloud9 can make a hell of a Drake with that soul.
Cloud9 trying to take it. Hybar going to try to steal it with the Void Seeker. Is it going to happen? It's down to 2k. It's down to 1k. Red team takes the dragon. I seen an ADC take it there for a second, and for a brief second, I thought Bing Chill was gonna. Oh no! The Dark Matter. Tsukio gonna stay alive, hiding in the frozen tomb, and able to get away from Mukwan. Volgai running in. They know they need to make plays now. Hextech Soul has been claimed. Volgai running in at the Wukong, Clippin and Volgai, but it's only them. They have no damage with them, and now they're caught in the Vagar cage. Kiapone, a Primordial Blast taking down Karma. And Volgai running away with his life. Set coming in. Oh, Tsukio, the TP back to save Volgai. And that's the problem there. Volgai and Clippin just don't do enough damage on their own. Any other member of their team could have been there to be able to pick off the Vagar, but it was just those two. And Clippin gonna get caught for it. Pick up his first death of the game.
Oof. Things are happening.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Bing Chillers know they're scared. They have Hextech.
They're looking for anything they can get. Straight up.
Tsukio gonna use the hand to get away there. And it's looking scary, but not impossible. Oh, and there's the slow from the Hextech Drake attacking all of them. Literally just a static shiv on your entire team.
Dude, remember the static shiv? Gee.
No, I wasn't playing at the time.
Dude.
I know it from TFT.
Of course.
Speaking of teamfight tactics, what is the tactic if you're Bing Chillers here in teamfights?
Dude, there is. So, okay, so hear me out. It's going to be Fear Beyond Death on the set. Try to get him as slow as possible on the threshold. Kill him, flash forward with the fear, and maybe be able to get some people, because right now the biggest threat aside from set is definitely going to be the Vagar.
Urgot and Kiapun looking to fight. I think Kiapun realizes he doesn't win that by himself, but Misfortune gonna come up, try to strike the 2v1, but Volgai wants to go in on Morgana and Vagar here, and doesn't look like anything's gonna happen top. But here in the bot side, the plays are being made. Tsukio was in a cage. Primordial Blast just chunked him for his entire health bar. How many stacks does that Vagar have?
See production, please. We want to see the stacks on the Vagar.
He's trying to click on it. There we go. 229.
229
500
stacks.
AP. And that is 3 Rabadon Vagar. If that item gets built, that man's skyrocketing to nearly 1,000. And that is where you start pissing your pants. But they're going to take Baron here. And this Baron push matters a lot if Bing Chillers can stop them. And maybe pick up the upset team fight. This game could be theirs. But right now, man, the towers 3-1. This is Clout's time to try to make a push. I'm trying not to call them Cloud9, man. Bear drop on a rope
with the T.
Clout. They're gonna get a lot of clout if they win this game. The reverse sweep in this tiny series.
I love how they are 8-9, but it feels like so much more.
It feels like so much more because of the dragons, because of the heralds, because of the barons, and a dark binding onto Clip until they could have went to take him out, but they're going after Hyvar. Hyvar gonna almost take a Rin. The stopwatch is used. Clip it. Oh! Collateral Blast taking down Karma. Primordial Burst taking down Lissandra. Bullet Time taking down Amumu. And Graves killing the Kaisa. Only Kool-Aid up top gets one tower back. But now it is Baron and they are running down mid. They have 20 seconds to try to get past Kool-Aid Charger and end the game before the team is up. At the very least, they're going to get an inhib here.
Yeah, they're totally going to be able. 50% on the Veigar ultimate
Looks
in
like
any
this-
second 9.
This is going to be the last stand for Bing Chillers. They're going to take down the first T1, but the entire team coming up in 7 seconds here. Kool-Aid Charger going in a little prematurely. Not able to use this stand onto flashing out. But Volguy's in. A showstopper stopping him from using Curse of the Sad Mummy. Curse of the Sad Mummy still not used. Collateral damage misses, but set using Facebreaker to take down a Mumu. And Super V-Pot taking down the Sandra. Tiapoon able to take down Hyvar. And now it is down to Kool-Aid and Clippin to hold the game together. It's not looking good. The Nexus is exposed. And that is all she wrote. The series going to Clout9.
The guys did it. They came back. They played like every single mistake that we pointed out off stream and on stream were all taken care of by the end of game 3. The guys played it beautifully. Kudos to you guys. It was fantastic. But now we need to talk about what were the shortcomings on the side of our friends at Bing Chillers. And I think it has to do with jungle rotations and the fact that they never prioritize objectives over specific kills in different places.
Well, I think it's interesting, right? I think the second game that wasn't as big of a problem. I think the second game, it was just a matter that Set got super far ahead because, well, partly because of Graves, but also they were, well, I guess both games they lost, they were able to secure Soul. But, that being said, the Kindred was scary on the set of Volga game 2. Game 3, I feel like there was it was a little bit lost in the shuffle, though, there. You picked the Amumu to combo with the Kaisa, but it felt like you didn't know whether to go top or bot. Because you want to do damage control on the fact that Kool-Aid Charger is losing the top side, but you also need to get that Kaisa ahead.
Yeah. And Napquan, very consistent on that set. Really scary. He played beautifully. Absolutely. On the Graves, Kiopon, best performance on the losing game.
I
Second
think
best.
it's, partly to mention, it is strange to not ban out Set or Graves after game 2.
Absolutely. The second time that Set on the second game was a beast. But right now, something that they did really well was Veigar 17,000 damage on Veigar. He farmed beautifully. I think it was over 200 minions for, I think this was, how long was the game? 27 minutes. So he had really good CS. Like, he was in a really, really good position.
He was indeed. But just nice play all around. Very, very good objective control from Clout9. And it's gonna be interesting seeing these two teams move forward after this game. When teams start scouting, when teams realize the way Clout9 wins is via objective control, and the way, well, the Bing Chillers one was mostly through creative team compositions.
Absolutely.
So what do you do moving in? You know the Swain Kled Cheese is going to be noticed from other teams.
There's going to be a lot of things moving forward. These teams need to become a little bit more consistent on what they're doing, but they all have the potential of moving forward, and I think that's how we're going to close tonight's match of the Gladiator League. So any finishing thoughts, Romeo?
If this series is anything to say when it comes to what the rest of the Gladiator League's going to be looking like in the coming weeks, you got to tune in.
Yeah. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys pretty soon. Take care.
I'll see you guys tomorrow if you're watching Conqueror. So if you are into that, we'll see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and if not, we'll see you next week on Tuesday for the next round of Gladiators.